Welcome to Echotraders. It's Thursday, 9:26. You're in Echotraders room. We're following a trade on YM this morning. We have targets to the upside 16.811, 16.815, and 16.789. We also have this little target here that we want to have the market presently take that out. We have a reasonable entry on this long position, and we are about 3 minutes away from 9:30. We have a slight trend channel here. It's very narrow lines to the upside, and we'll look for that to be retested and elaborated on it to the upside. Hopefully we could get that. We also have 20 seconds left to go of this present candle, and that's retesting that the trend line to the upside there. My name is Dale Elliott, and we'll keep you posted on this trade. A little later this morning, we want to take a look at the NG and its storage numbers.
I did not see it.
Okay, I'll put that up right now in case I missed that. Thank you, Earl. Okay, so this market has taken out this high that we were talking about. So we're going to look to the left to see the next one that we want to take, and it has reached our target of 16,789. If you're in the pecking order, you get filled. Next target to take out is over here on the left-hand side, and this is a swing high. So we'll see if the market can do its thing. A little pullback to the downside, hopefully stabilize somewhere right about here, and move on to the next target long, taking out this guy. Now, it'll retest here. It's retesting that pullback as we had talked about. Okay, here we are back. It's 5 minutes after this here move. The market has reached our targets of 16,786 on the far left-hand side of your chart. The market also is taking out this high that we had talked about right here. Market reached the 16,789. Now we look for the next target up, 16,811. And then another confluence target here, Earl put on it this morning for us, is 16,815. It's not always a straight run, but this one's looking pretty darn snazzy. Okay, here we are back. It's now 7:42 and a half. We didn't quite make it to our next target yet. And we're going to look at this area here. If I can get a, whoops. Market met heavy duty resistance there, and we go into that chop time frame. And the market has made the resistance area approximately here. So that's the next target to the upside that we'll look for the market to take out. Now, I know these candles are fairly small. This achievement was reached here, and the next one to take out is over here, and our present area right here. We'll keep you posted. Moving average alignment is to the upside, and some of these circles will be removed before we come back. All right, we had mentioned in the room a few minutes ago we wanted to see this high taken out and this high over here. Next target is 16, 8, 11, and 8, 15, almost the same numbers. The market had pulled back to our EMA. This is a great place to add to your position. So in about 15 seconds, we have a countdown timer in the center of the top panel of the screen. We look for the last 15 seconds of this here candle. It is still a pretty strong candle, and we'll look for a pullback for the next candle to come in roughly 16,786 or 89 area. Hasn't come down there yet, but that would, with the combination of these bull candles, hopefully we'll see our targets met soon. There's not a big rush on the trade as long as you lock in some money. The market, I'll put the crosshairs up here to the top. The market, and when you look left to the crosshairs, you'll see our little yellow ellipse on the far side with the two little aqua arrows. That's what we're looking to take out. This here is exhausting and retesting 16, 789 and 786 area. And our diagonal here that we highlight here, retesting that, we want to see that become a support area to drive up and fulfill those upper targets if the market can do it and we can stay in that long to do it. There's still pretty well 2 minutes for this here little candle to complete. It did do its pullback as we had hoped it would. And some people add to position here. Now we'd like to see the candle take out the prior candle. The candle that we're in still has 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. We want to see it take out this high. And if it does, it'll also take out this high, which would be almost perfect. What could be better than that is it just shoots right up to our targets, but we'd be blue in the face if we held our breath for that one. Okay, so we had a little massive pullback, if you will. Now we're looking for that market to take out as we had wanted that high. The market has taken out that high, and we mentioned that when it takes out that high, we would also be taking out the high over here. So the next one to take out brings us even closer to our target. Right up here. Step by step. Okay, we're still hanging on to a position. We're in the pecking order for those targets. The targets are at resistance, and if the market takes us out, it takes us out. We want to see 16,789 now hold as new support. So we'll see if the market's checking that out right now. We'll see if we get that. That new support area right here where the A is on the crosshairs, that's what we wanted to see, the pullback to here. You must be patient, but if you choke the trade, you're out with a profit. So that's not a bad bad thing. We do want our targets, of course, and beyond if we can get that too. There we are. All right, so that one's met. 16,811. Now we need a few more ticks to get to our 15 area here. We're just gun shy of that just by a couple of ticks. Be patient. The next target to take out on the left, you just keep looking left. It's also in this resistance area. And that'll bring us right into our target right here at 815. Happens to be this here little swing high. Very small, but it is a swing high. All right, so we did manage to get to 16,811, just a few ticks shy of 815. It probably will go. The market is retesting with the present candle. The price action candle is now at 16,798 in yellow. All right, 96, 97, 98. It's retesting a 16,789 right down here. All right, so our fibs are working. We'll see if we can get our next target. If you haven't choked that so badly that you've taken yourself out of the market, we'll see if we can hang on and get more. And when we come back, we'll show you the targets beyond the 16,823. All right, so we've made it to our 815 here and tick beyond. So as long as you're in the pecking order, you get filled. That's a terrific way to have your trading day go for you. Now, if you have a runner, of course, you're just going to lock in some more money, and your runner pays all the expenses and more. So we'll look for more. We said when we come back, we're looking on the YM on the chart on the right. We also have on the ES, we have a target up here that hasn't been reached yet also. Didn't realize when I started the recorder back up that I wasn't showing the just the YM. Sorry about the background noise. Seems that the printer wanted to do a cleaning session as we're recording here. So we did mention that your larger time frame targets to the upside, and we wanted to show you that. We're going to zoom in to see that. Again, I apologize for the printer. Unless I rooted around to find the right plug to unplug, it cannot be stopped. Okay, just like this market, we cannot stop. Okay, let's look at your larger time frame targets. So you see where our 100 is. Of course, that is a target. Now these targets at 16,811 and 815 are terrific places to take some money. Lock in the rest. If the market retests way back down to our entry areas down here at the SMA, than it does before it runs to upper targets. We're going to show you the upper targets before we leave on this here little spell here. Whoop. And I'll see if I can get that to drop down. And it's this here little green 127 way up here, 16,862. So we'll look for that some point a little bit later today. YM has found some support where we wanted. We had mentioned we wanted to see new support at 16,789. We want to see that. If we were concerned with the market pulling back too far, we want to see the next highs taken out. The market's making higher lows and higher highs. This is our little trend channel area right in here. So we just want to take a moment here. It is now 11:37. It's almost an hour since I talked to you last. The market has found its support, and we look for the 16,823 to be retested roughly here, and maybe hold, as we had mentioned, our extension targets are to the upside. And I'm just going to bring our diagonal up, and we'll line it up with it. And that's also roughly at this here same area. Advance your candles. So about right about there. All right, let's see if that happens. Okay, here we are back. It's been a half an hour since I last talked to you. Although the voice from one will lead to the other, but when you look at the clock, you'll see it's now 12:15 and a couple of minutes. We were talking about the market finding support here, and it did when we last spoke it. And that number is 16,823. And we talked about the extension fib target on the larger time frame at 16,862. Well, they're not there yet, but they're getting pretty darn handy. So we're just going to move this guy over. And what we want to do up here is lock in. Now, as they get close, and we mentioned this in a video just the other day, as they get close, it's kind of, stumbles, doesn't want to take us all the way. And this is where people start getting faked out, and they take themselves out and leave money on the table. How many times? Numerous times for each and every one of us. We've all run through that at one time or another in our trading career. So 3 more ticks, come on. Give me a match and I'll hold it under there. Light my monitor on fire. Yeah, no. We just have to wait for it. Be patient. It should get there. Will you get faked out? Yes, probably. A lot of times you want to move the stop up as the market gets close to your target price. And this isn't the only target up here. it hesitates and slows down. You can imagine a lot of people are taking positions. They're taking themselves out right here, right here, right here, right here. So what the market is doing is filling the orders. So once all those people are removed from the market will resume and go and fill our target. Perfect world? That's what we look for. Be back in a moment. Okay, we're going to give you a nugget for the day for enduring this recording as long as you have. So we were talking on the YM instrument about a target at 16,862, and of course we have targets beyond that. And about the market coming back to a spot that from almost reaching target to how much are you willing to give back. So here's the nugget. This here white line, we're going to call it the 100 because that's what it's labeled, was resistance in the market coming up here. The market comes up a little bit, comes down and retests. So that resistance became support. Resistance becomes support. You've heard it before. The market comes all the way up here, almost to target, and then retests support, right? If it drops way down below and it'll come down to here and then retest coming back up, that would be retesting for resistance. They didn't do that. They were retesting for support. So support and resistance, one in the same often. Okay? So we still look for upper target and beyond. Now the MACD has crossed to the downside, so we know that we must look for resistance, and we're going to look left for that. And we know that our resistance should be at our extension targets and slightly beyond. So as long as we're trading support and the market retests support, we're okay. No divergence on this MACD cross, and the momentum has ceased to the downside and even let off enough as a pressure cap to let the water boil again. Okay, we can safely say that we've been stopped in the money but out of the market, with what has resulted in a pullback of this magnitude. This was a money off to the upside earlier. They didn't quite make our target, that we were within 3 ticks. And they're retesting that, and however farther they go. So a good positive trade, and the retesting of here was a nice warning sign that market indicated it's willing to trade below our EMA. That's very important to us here in the room, is to understand that and read it and understand it. So great positive trade, and to keep the recording short, we bid you farewell and good trading. Till next time.